Political leader of the United National Congress, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, is accusing the government of deceiving the country with respect to the sale of the assets of the Pointe A Pierre refinery to Patriotic Energies and Technologies Company Limited, a company owned by the Oilfields Workers Trade Union. Shirley Lewis has more.
Political leader of the UNC, Kamla Persad-Bissessar, claims the sale to Patriotic Energies, the only local bidder, was only an election gimmick. She also accused the government of mismanaging the country's oil and gas industry to the point that it's lost its competitive edge.
To the refinery to Patriotic OWTU, days before the election, days before, they're going to sell it, they're selling it. We had no problem for locals to own the refinery. When they made this statement, we had no problems with that. We said, okay, but there are questions of transparency and accountability.
And she accused the Dr. Keith Rowley-led administration of deception.
You studied that in 48 hours and said, no. No to Patriotic, no to OWTU. And now Mr. Roger, I wonder whose mannequin he'll be traipsing up and down Trinidad and Tobago with now. At least my mannequin was a very good-looking one, so that's okay. I wonder which one he will now traipse up and down the country. So they have deceived Petrotrin, deceived the workers, deceived the union, and deceived the country at large.
On Saturday, Minister of Energy and Energy Industries Franklin Khan said the deal with Patriotic could not be reached. However, in a statement on Monday, the Energy Minister said Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley had instructed the evaluation committee appointed by Cabinet to re-evaluate the request for proposals for the use of the Pointe A Pierre refinery to examine the latest position of the negotiating parties as they stood at the deadline of October 31st, 2020. The review and clarification is to be completed and submitted to Cabinet by November 30th, 2020. Shirley Lewis, TTT News.
But leader for the Movement of Social Justice, David Abdulah, believes the real issue for the sale of the Pointe A Pierre refinery lies with Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited, TPHL, and not Patriotic Energies. This, he says, all started when Patriotic was first alerted in July this year that TPHL had difficulty in getting over some financial issues. Sunalala followed the virtual MSG meeting held on Monday evening and has this report.
A short clip from an old Black Stallion song that Movement for Social Justice leader David Abdulah said depicts the entire saga and battle for saving the Pointe A Pierre refinery. He recalled a statement by Oilfields Workers Trade Union President Ansel Roche on Sunday, where he said Trinidad Petroleum Holdings Limited, TPHL, confirmed in August that it had major challenges with their internal financing. This, Mr. Abdulah said, shifted the goalpost completely for Patriotic, since even in the lead-up to the August 10th general election, the Prime Minister stated his intention to sign off on the refinery deal. However, Mr. Abdulah noted a new issue arose, which he said is why the purchase price and restart financing became an issue with Patriotic, despite settling the issue a year earlier.
The people who were lending money to Trinidad Petroleum Holdings were aware that the government was engaged in a sale or lease arrangement. But it would not have resulted in any agreement unless these people who lend money agreed, because it is their collateral.
Mr. Abdulah said if this collateral was not secure, then repayment needed to be paid upfront, similar to selling one's vehicle before repaying all debts.
And if they had no collateral because the thing was going to be sold, they want to get back their money. If they don't get back their money and the thing is sold, then how are they going to recover their money? There's no guarantor. And that is what I believe was the fly in the ointment.
Due to this, the MSJ leader said government's promise to Patriotic of a 3-year moratorium on the US $700 million purchase price and interest and a further 10 years to pay could no longer happen. Sonolala, TTT News.
The Energy Chamber of Trinidad and Tobago, meanwhile, has signaled its full support for the privatization of the Pointe A Pierre refinery. In a media release on Tuesday, the Energy Chamber noted that the closure of the refinery resulted in the loss of jobs and economic opportunities for its member companies and other businesses in the sector, and added that returning the asset to productivity would result in the generation of jobs, economic activity and taxes, which would be to the benefit of all stakeholders. The Energy Chamber said it looks forward to providing additional information and ideas on the future of transport fuels locally, regionally and internationally.